so I'm out of it already, but I do just want to rant about college itself and like the issues I had that I would have talked about if I had like this audience in college. So yeah, college was just something else, and I'm sure a lot of you are in college or like doing online classes. I only had online classes for like half a semester, pretty much, but it's still something I had to go through and like learn and understand, and like for me it was fine, but I know for a lot of others it's awful. Yeah, I can see why. So it's gonna be kind of a long ranty video, so let's start with, senior year of high school before entering college. Everyone's getting into their dream schools. I go to a school that's like, I went to high school where like everyone's super smart and they get good grades and like, I don't know, they just like do whatever, I suppose. Or at least that's the outspoken group. I was getting a lot of rejected letters in spring, and then I got an offer for the college I went to, and I was like, sure. And like the college I wanted to go to, I would have had to go this semester after, and I just wanted to stick to one school or go to community college. I actually don't know why I didn't go to community college. If you're thinking about going to community college, do it. It saves you money, and you get to figure out what you want to do in your life. So then summer came. It was whatever, free summer. I didn't have to study for the SATs. I didn't have to do anything. It was like my first free summer in a while. It was nice. I didn't work or anything. Then the week before school started, I was so nervous and scared for school, for college. I watched Toy Story 3. Bad idea, don't do that. And I don't know, just like I got a haircut the week before school, and every day I was like, why am I going to college? Or like, I was just like, I don't want to go to college. Like, I'm just gonna be stressed all week until I get there. I mean, I got there. It was actually pretty fine. I got used to it pretty quickly. Living in a dorm with a random roommate, having dorm friends or new friends, but going to school in a different state even. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, classes were hard even though I was a freshman. I wasn't really used to all that, even though my high school was really good for like setting you up for college. I still had kind of a bad time adjusting to all the workload and stuff. I came in as a computer science major because I never really did too much coding, but it was interesting to me and I liked it. I mean, I wish I did a little bit more to understand that I don't really like it. I eventually switched to IT, and like throughout the first semester, halfway through, and the way the courses worked was CS and IT were basically the same the first year, so I wasn't behind or anything, which is pretty good. And I guess at school, a lot of CS majors switched to IT just because like it's too hard or whatever for them. Which yeah, it's pretty hard. So yeah, I just adjusted. I made a lot of friends freshman year. There was nothing else too exciting. And then this summer I work, and that's it until sophomore year. Sophomore year was like, it was worse than freshman year, class-wise, I think. I think I struggled in classes a little bit more sophomore year. Actually, I'd say it's probably my worst year class-wise. Yeah. I did have to retake one class, which I was really embarrassed to talk about. I've actually never said or told anyone besides my family that I had to retake a class, which is crazy because my friends at school have had to retake classes and stuff. But I don't know, I guess that was like an easy class. I retook it and I got a B+ on it actually. The first time I got like a D and I needed a C minus to pass because it was a class within my major. But yeah, the class was whatever, I suppose. I wish I did talk to people that had to retake classes though, because I was just like so embarrassed that I had to retake a class. But I'm sure my friends would have understood and been like, yeah, like, that was just tough for you, you're going through whatever. I don't know, it was whatever. I studied so hard for that final and I didn't do as great as I thought I did. But besides that, first semester was okay. My mental health wasn't doing that great though, sophomore year. Just because of academics, like, I'm fine with all my relationships with like friends and stuff. I mean, you meet friends and then you meet people that like don't like you or you don't like. You also meet like friends that graduate or like transfer, or, like do different things in their lives. All of it. That's happened like every year, like sophomore, junior, like every year. You make friends, they graduate, they move on, it's whatever, like, it happens. Like, I'm still able to be friends with them. So that wasn't really, like, too much of my worries, like, I don't know. I wish I did have more friends at home, or like I had more friends at home and at school. I have a lot of online friends now in general, so it's like, keeping it with friends online isn't a struggle for me. Like, I have a lot of friends on Discord and stuff that I keep with. So yeah, I guess that's the end of sophomore year. Then during the summer before junior year, I worked. I was a cashier. I don't know, I met some cool people at work. I don't really talk to too many of them, but I still follow them on Instagram and like Snapchat them sometimes. But yeah, that was like a thing, I guess. Junior year happened, I made new friends. I was still with the same roommate as my sophomore year roommate. And, yeah, it's just whatever, nothing really too extreme. I don't really like coding. I'll say that. I don't like coding, which is why I prefer IT over CS, because CS was like only programming. IT was like a mix, so it was like okay for me. So first semester I didn't do any coding. It was perfect. I had stats though, and everyone told me stats was easy. Like, I assumed stats was easy as well. Stats was not easy. It was thankfully my last math class. It was my only math class since freshman year when I finished calc. But yeah, stats was not fun. It's whatever though, it's over, it's done. I never have to deal with that again, thankfully. And then I had my other classes that were okay. It's just whatever. That semester ended. Then winter happened. I don't think I did anything cool during the winter break. So I had second semester junior. I took a good class. I took 5 classes actually. And this goes back to being embarrassed of retaking class. So I retook my class like before in sophomore year, but junior year I took 5 classes and I was also getting a minor. I got a Justice Studies minor as well. So I told people I took 5 because I needed like a minor, like credit or something. I took 5. I took one like hard programming class. It was pretty difficult, but like it was manageable. I was able to do it well. And then 4 other classes, I think like 2 of them were for my minor and like science, like biological science. I took an ethics class within my major, which was interesting. I had to do a lot of presentations in that, which I didn't like, but the professor graded you very nicely. So thankful for that. I guess the semester after that professor left and they had a really bad professor who was like a little too serious or something. But yeah, I feel bad. I'm glad I took that class before the new professor though, because the one I had was pretty cool. And that's kind of like, I also took fictional writing, one of my favorite classes. I've always been SATs junior year, junior year of high school. I just learned how to write really well. I think I don't know, it clicked for me. Writing just made sense to me. But the fictional writing class I took was with a lot of English majors, people that could write so much better than me. They were genuine writers, English majors. But the professor was like, I can't judge you when you're writing because your writing is your own thing. So as long as you turn something in that fulfilled the requirements that she wanted, you would get an A. So that's exactly what I did. I came to every class, got an A. I definitely was out of place, I think, because I'm not really I don't know, I'm good at English, but I'm not a Englishy type, I guess. I don't know. I liked it because I like to write fiction, so creative writing is something I enjoy, but I think that's why I like that class compared to others. Also that the grading was really easy. That was actually my second best semester GPA wise. My best was, of course, online classes. Yeah, and we all know why. Then that summer happened. I did IT work, out of school. That was whatever, just regular IT stuff. Then more friends graduated and stuff. Then senior year happened, and I had my own room. No more roommate. Although I was still friends with my roommate. He's I love him. We just hung out a lot still, but we didn't live together, We still lived in the same dorm. I lived in the same dorm all 4 years of undergrad. So yeah, I took an easy programming class. I learned SQL. The professor was amazing. He was actually my senior capstone, project manager. I don't remember what it's called, but he was in charge of that. So I got to know him pretty well. I like him. He was a cool dude. I appreciate him a lot. This was probably my third best GPA semester, which grades really did matter to me a lot, but experience is what matters most. So if you're in college struggling about grades and stuff, just know that I don't know, it's based on connections and experience or whatever. I mean, grades are good too though, but there's just so many different factors that goes into your college career. But everything will work out. It'll work out no matter what route you take. So yeah, I took SQL. I think I took my last class for my minor. Go me. I had a 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. class. It was alright. It was a class I wanted to take freshman year, but it fell under my ethics credit or something. So they're no, don't take it. But I gotta take it anyway. I got 100 on one of the tests. I'm sorry to brag, but I'm very happy about that. And that's just another thing. I'd seen a lot of my friends were successful and had really good study habits and were able to get 100s or get high grades. And it was 100 in a non-major class. It wasn't a difficult class work-wise. I think outside of classroom, it was only 4 exams, some bonus extra credit, and then the final exam. The final exam, we could bring a sheet of piece of paper. Thankfully, I got a good grade on that. But it's just I don't know. Looking back to it, I feel it's kind of dumb. I mean, honestly, maybe I did post about my grade to my friends, because sometimes we talk about stuff like that. We talk about this is coming from someone who had online friends like their entire life. Like, yeah, I had a lot of friends in real life, but like also online friends. And the majority of my friends in high school were online. So having a lot of real life friends who shared similar interests to me at college, like within my dorm, where we could just eat together and stuff like easily, felt really good. I appreciate all my friends. They were very helpful. I mean, I didn't really talk to them about a lot, just because it's just difficult for me to talk about mental health and stuff. Like, I've noticed that it's easier for me to talk about my sexuality than my mental health. I don't know. That's just kind of how it works. I don't really know how much I want to open up to, YouTube as well. It's just like, whenever I just want to live my life, I'll figure it out. I'm not gonna figure it out, but I'll figure it out. But anyways, where was I even? Oh yeah, have good friends. Friends that you can talk to about anything. I've had a lot of friends that I can talk to about anything in college. Just not even like, I don't know, just small details. I've been able to talk about my life to different people, depending on like who can relate or how they can help me and stuff. And I feel about supportive to them as well. I don't know, I think that we all knew college is a struggle. Everyone takes their own pace at it. And we all just like go through each of the years, little by little, step by step, trying to succeed and graduate, basically. And I'm glad that me and my friends have been able to do that. It's just the process is long and scary and hard, but thankfully we managed to do it, and you will too. I know you will. I still don't know how I graduate freshman year, first semester. I was doing bad on my classes at some point. I was like, I literally just took out my 3DS and played Fire Emblem like for 3 days. Didn't do like anything, like I went to class and stuff, but like I barely did anything because I was so lost. And somehow I still like graduated. But I just asked for help with friends or like professors and stuff. That's always been helpful. But yeah, freshman year, senior year, I started my senior capstone and stuff. Now, working with a team was like interesting. We never really got to know each other that well, but we were pretty cool, and like we worked on stuff, and like, I don't know, did whatever. I got an A on my senior project, second semester. Sorry to bloat about that as well. I think a lot of people do, maybe, but I don't know, I worked hard for it. I think we had to like all pick what we wanted, and like I think the majority of people wanted the project I was assigned to because it was seen as like easy or like more fun or something. So I'm honestly really glad I got to be a part of it. My advisor was also really good in school. Make sure if you have a good advisor, talk to them. They'll set you up with your scheduling and stuff like that. So yeah, that was basically first semester. I took history, and I think my TA loved me. We had to read a book. I read like half of it, and then I stopped, and then I wrote an essay based on Spark Notes and stuff, and she was like, oh, I wish you went into more detail. Still gave me like a good grade. Also, I'm boasting about all my good grades. I'm not talking about any of my bad grades and failures. I think I'm noticing that I'm afraid of failure. Oh man, I'm telling you exactly what I hate. Something I wish I knew from college is that we're all going through struggles. We're all doing bad. Life just sucks sometimes. But, yeah, I guess I will talk about my failures. I remember in stats, I got a 46 on an exam, I think. Maybe on my second or something. Yeah. In my JavaScript class, I hated that class so much. It was so hard. I did not understand it. I honestly wanted to quit school or change my major because of it. I got a 40 like something on my exam. But this is another thing. I think a lot of people did really bad, so it was scaled fine. But that's another thing. If you think you did bad on an exam, maybe students did too, and the professor will raise your grade, and everyone else's grade. And that's just something I don't really talk about. Like, I remember complaining to a friend, I want to go home because, I don't know, I got a bad grade, like below average on the grade. The average was probably 75 and I got like a 50, so that's super below average. But it's just like, sometimes you gotta take a lot of L's to appreciate the W's. And like, my friends also worry about their grades too, and like, how they're doing. But yeah, I think college is a lot about being open with people, and it's really hard for me to share sometimes. I think what's helping me share right now is because I'm talking to an anonymous camera. I don't know who you are, who's watching it really. Like, I know your username, but I don't know, like, what your life is about. I don't know how old you are, like, when you were born, like what month, what's your favorite season, what's your favorite color, like what's your favorite video game. Maybe we love the same video game. Do you like Minecraft? If so, we have the same favorite game. But yeah, I guess that's what comes up with like how we are all similar but also very different. I'm sorry, this whole thing is a mess, but this is just how my brain thinks, I guess. Yeah, we're all very similar and different. But anyways, it was the winter of senior year. Also, I go to conventions every year. I don't know why I forgot about that detail, but that was also fun, just to like leave school for a weekend and go to conventions. I barely went home except for like vacation stuff, just because it was better for me to stay put at school and like focus on schoolwork and stuff. Let's see. And okay, yeah, so winter happened. I was really sad to leave home for my last semester because I just wanted to like stay home, I guess. I wanted to be done with school. Like, I was doing really well. I was excited, but also very scared for my last semester. I didn't want to mess anything up. I was taking another programming class that I did okay in. But yeah. So then, last semester, senior year, I went to a convention before, the pandemic. But before talking about the pandemic, I got home, and then like a few weeks later, we had vacation, spring vacation. I went home for it, and this is around the time when schools were closing for 2 weeks or permanently, or 2 weeks to permanently, like what my school did. So I had to eventually come back after spring break to get all my stuff and go home. And I was excited, just like everyone else, like, oh man, like, no school for 2 weeks, but then finding out no school for the rest of the semester, like, oh sweet, no school, like I'm done with school basically. And that's when I, as like a person, like in my brain, I checked out of school. I was like, yep, I'm done. One of my professors gave up with online learning and just put the PowerPoints online. I only have one actual lecture, and it's the programming one, so I went to it all the time. I barely paid attention, but like, I don't know, I still did homework and stuff. My senior project was kind of difficult to finish off because the people were working off as well, so I think that's like being continued this year. I wonder how that project is doing now, actually. What else? Oh, I took this awesome like class where everyone gets an A in. And I did it because I needed the credit. If I didn't have to retake a class, so I could have just had 3 classes that semester. It was just interesting. But anyways, I basically just breezed through my classes. They're all online, open book, no question exam stuff, or I just like didn't have classes with exams. We were also able to drop any classes that we wanted to. So you could drop all of them, basically, I think. I don't know how it really worked, but that was my best GP semester, I think, because of the online learning and just because of the classes I took. I got the ECA class. Geography was alright. The program class was alright. Geography was good actually. And my senior project was an A as well. So it's just like, I don't know, we all just got our, like, I don't know, we all struggled with online learning and like doing the switch and stuff, so I think professors knew that well and were easier on grading. I mean, I do see stuff where professors like, this is no different than real life school, and they use like the lockdown browser and just like all this stressful stuff. I would not like to put a lockdown browser on my computer. That just stresses me out. It makes me nervous. Like, what if something messes up and you're locked out of your computer forever? That's just how I thought about it, but I don't know. I'm just glad that I don't have to deal with that part of school anymore. But anyways, what I want to get to the point is like, I just struggled so much. I had so many different victories in the 4 years of school. It just felt like I was in anime and college was just like another arc. Like it was away from home, from family, the people I loved and stuff. And like, I just went on a different adventure where I didn't know like anyone. And I'm back home now and it's like I still talk to them but I don't see them. I don't live in the dorm and stuff. It's just weird. Like, life is just so weird. And I don't know. That's just like life. You do things that are very left field sometimes. Like, I remember being in like elementary school and I was like, I could never live in a dorm. I'd be so afraid to be without my parents and stuff. And like, there I was in college doing exactly that, overcoming my fears, being able to earn independence, and just like going on fun, cool adventures with your friends, and like being able to go eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner with your friends. It's just like, I don't know, build your own family there at college. But yeah, if there's anything you should learn from this, it's that you are actually not alone. Everyone goes through different struggles in college, so it's good to talk to people you trust, even your parents. I remember talking to my family about stuff that I was struggling with, and it helped me a lot. Sophomore year, yeah, talking to friends, telling them how you feel is helpful. The only thing is that sometimes I felt bad that I was taking my friends' time, probably from studying or just like doing an effort, because like I figured, hey, they don't want to talk to me about my problems, but it turns out my friends and like people just like solving problems or like hearing about your problems or being able to just be a listening ear and listen to your rant, just like being able to portray yourself as a person and like have your own feelings and thoughts and being able to be a real person and not just like some fake version of yourself that you show your friends to make it seem like you're okay. If you're not okay, talk to someone, talk to friends, family. School is hard, everyone struggles, but it doesn't matter if your GPA is bad or, you know, if you got bad grades sometimes. It's just like college is, I don't know, a journey. And don't forget, C's get degrees. But also, it doesn't hurt to aim for A's or just like really good grades. It's just like, sometimes you'll get a C, and you know what, that's okay. That's like an average grade, right? It's whatever. Life moves on, you'll keep learning, keep taking more classes and stuff. So yeah, I've been rambling on for a really long time. I can go into more detail about college and stuff in the future, but please let me know how you feel about this video. Maybe ask questions in the comments below and I can help answer them. Alright, thank you so much.